Hi everyone, my name is Erin English and I am your instructor for your 516 class, your Transformational Leadership class. I realize that this is the first online class for many of you, so I just want to let you know that we will get through it. There will be some technical issues here and there, but we'll work through every single one of them, and I will make sure you get through this class. We'll learn a lot, we'll have a good time, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing this. A little bit about myself is I'm an administrator in the Vista Unified School District. My title is Director of Blended and Online Learning, and I'm also a principal of Vista Visions Academy, which is an online K-12 independent study program school. I have just 5 teachers right now, but our students come to school in a blended environment. They come to school 2 or 2.5 days a week. And it's quite an exciting school right now as we're transforming learning for them and creating a competency-based learning environment. A little bit about myself. I have been in education for about 27 years. I have a doctorate in educational leadership, and I've been I hate to say I'm aging myself, but I've been an administrator for about 17 or 18 years. And right now I'm a director, but I have been an assistant principal, a coordinator, a principal of a school. I've been a principal of a school for about 9 years right now, and it's a fun job. So I'm hoping that many of you aspire to be a principal of a school. It's a quite a fun job. I was a teacher in Escondido for 7 years, and I was a teacher on special assignment for a couple years, and did that in the area of education technology. My background is predominantly in education technology, except during the times that I was an elementary school principal. I've worked in 7 districts. I worked in Escondido, Moreno Valley, Murrieta, then I moved to Vista, then I went to Escondido, and then I moved back to Vista again. Or I'm sorry, I moved to Encinitas, I moved back to Vista. So I've had quite an exciting career, and just kind of go where my heart takes me when it takes me there. So not really doing anything except for the love of doing what I do. So I'm hoping you get that out of this class, because the point of this class is to learn how to become a transformational leader. And by transformational, I mean where you can walk into an environment, you can envision the future, and how do you get people to follow you? I always like the joke that, I'm leading everybody, but I turn around and they're not there. So we're going to get you to the point of how do you lead people, but how do you lead people when a lot of people really like what they're doing right now, so they don't want to be led anywhere. Um, this is an exciting time in education. It's an exciting time of change, and some of the changes right now are just astronomically moving so fast that we can't keep pace with them. That's kind of the environment I'm in right now. And so I'm involved in competency-based learning. I'm involved in blended learning and online digital conversions, and doing a lot of work with Digital Promise. I'll give you a little bit. I also work for Concordia, like I said, but I coach for Digital Promise, which is a federal organization, nonprofit organization, but that's under the umbrella of the Federal Department of Education. And I'm a coach for them, where I go to other districts and help their administrators convert to more of a digital online program. So I have that background. My dissertation was on servant leadership, and so I very much believe in the people that I work with. I have to, one of the reasons I went into administration is because I'd walk into different school buildings, and I'd notice immediately from walking into the building the difference in each building that I'd walk into. And I attributed that to the leader that was there. You get a certain feeling when that principal, when you walk into a school, and I don't know if many of you felt that way before, but when you walk into a school, you feel if the school is a happy place, or you feel if there's tension around. And it doesn't take you long to understand, just go in the lounge and you can understand the culture of the school. And what is the culture of the school? It's typically the language that's spoken in the lounge, or how because that is where people kind of let their hair down a little bit. And so that's when I decided to study leadership, is when I was a teacher on special assignment when I was in Escondido. I started studying leadership, and I was very fascinated by the leadership styles of different principals. And I'd watch them and I'd study them and think, what made them a good leader? I had people that I followed that were just phenomenal at making people feel good about themselves, and they rose to the highest level they could be. And I'm a product of one of those leaders that I worked for. And then I've also worked for leaders that terrified people, that the leader would walk in the room, and when they leave, the person who I'd be talking to would start crying because they were so upset about from the reaction that they had from their boss. So I always put it out there to people as well. What kind of leader are you going to be? What kind of leader are you going to inspire people? Are you going to terrify people? Because that is the leadership position. Is we don't know that effect we have on people because usually you don't hear it. So you have to make a conscious decision of what kind of leader you're going to be. This class will take you through that. We'll be talking through the leadership standards. We'll be talking about the standards. We'll be going through the syllabus on the first night. Definitely on the first night, which is Monday night, this coming Monday, we will be going real deeply into the syllabus, but also we're going to be going deeply into Blackboard, because I know many of you probably are not familiar with Blackboard, and that's an assumption, so I apologize if that's not a correct assumption, but we'll be going through Blackboard. So, there's a big learning curve on this, and we'll walk slowly. I would like you to, we'll go through it together on Monday night, and then we'll go through it every other week together. We'll be taking other parts of Blackboard and learning parts of it, because I understand that that's a whole new dimension, probably something you're not using every day at work. Speaking of Monday, we'll be meeting on Monday at 6 o'clock. I will be sending a link out to you. I'll be sending an Adobe Connect link. So we'll be going through Blackboard, but I'm going to be sending you, my platform will be Adobe. So if you click on it, the link I give you, it will take you to the class that I opened up. It's called Adobe, and then my name will be on that. It's Erin English's classroom. So you'll be going into that classroom, and then I'll be guiding you through Blackboard and the syllabus and the different things that we'll need to turn in during our time together, during our 8 weeks together. I just wanted to say welcome, and this is a Christian organization, and I do encourage you to reach in and find your spiritual self in this. And a lot of times, because I do work in a public school, there is that fine line of how you bring in your spirituality into your position. And there's one thing that does get you to pray, and that's this job. That does bring that out in me and bring it out in other people, because it is a stressful job sometimes, but also you need sometimes you just need that extra help. So I want to invite you to stay in touch with your spiritual self through this program, and I look forward to talking to you on Monday. Alrighty, thank you, and I will be sending each of you through email a link, and I will be trying to call each of you before the class as well. All right, thank you, and I will look forward to seeing you on Monday.